What if I told you that masculinity could be a force for good in our society? That it could be a positive, uplifting, and empowering influence on those around us?
What precisely, since we're going to pursue this, what precisely is toxic masculinity? As opposed to, say, toxic femininity or toxic humanity.
See, the problem is we have been taught that masculinity is about being tough, aggressive, and dominant. But that's a narrow and distorted view of what it means to be a man. Healthy masculinity, on the other hand, is about being strong and confident, while also being caring, compassionate, and empathetic. It's about being a positive role model for others and using your strength to help and support those around you.
Well, for example, now when I go, wherever I go in the world, people come up to me and they're usually, I wouldn't say they're happy to see me. They're often in tears, and they often have a pretty rough story to relate. They were suicidal or nihilistic or homicidal or trapped, desperate, and they tell me that real fast. And then they say, I've overcome that to a large degree and thank you for that. And you think, well, that's really something to have that happen over and over. In some ways, you might think, well, how could anything better possibly happen to you than to have people come up to you all over the world, strangers, and open themselves up like that, like they're old friends so quickly. But at the same time, it's an awful thing because you see, even in the revelation of their triumph, the initial depth of their despair. So I wouldn't change that, but it's not nothing. And it's certainly not just happiness. It's better than happiness, but it's almost unbearable.
When we embrace healthy masculinity, we create a powerful force for good in our world. We inspire others to be their best selves, and we create a community of support and encouragement that lifts everyone up. We need to change the narrative around masculinity. We need to show that being a man does not have to mean being tough, dominant, aggressive, violent, or emotionally distant. It's about being kind, caring, supportive too. We need to stop confusing masculinity with toxic masculinity. Now let's start embracing healthy masculinity and show the world what it truly means to be a man. Together we can create a better world for everyone.
And the reason that I was speaking forcefully, let's say, or perhaps even somewhat angrily by the end was because not only was the white noise generator.
My name is David Libaushu. I'm unwell. I need help. I need help. I just wanted to meet you. I'm unwell. I called my help.
I hope that you
Get up there.
I
want to
hope
be
that you find the help that you need.
I want to know him better.
Let's pray for David. James, please. David, hold on. Say a prayer for him. Yes, sir.
We thank you that he's the treasure in your heart, Lord. We pray for healing for him.
Let me tell you something. I think what you just saw is where a lot of you are, but David's just honest enough to cry for help. And some of you are at a place, and this is I think why your book has connected with people. You're at a place where you're just looking for answers. No one ever taught you basic principles of life, basic survival skills. No one ever told you to make your bed or to show up and listen and learn. And then the dam breaks. And in those moments, I'd rather you be here in this context and in this community, because I can tell you from our community group leaders to our RAs to our RSs and to every student here that we think God has you here for more than just an education, but for community. And hold on, don't clap, hold on. I want us to alleviate what God's saying in this moment. And I'll be the first to tell you in front of our distinguished guests that these rules work, but all of them stop short without the ruler, without Christ in your life. And we are here for that. We're here for you.